All right, so here we are with our first ever live stream for Power of Bourbon.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
I'm excited.
For those of you that have been following us through this Bottled and Bond bracket, we decided to take a whole bunch of Bottled and Bonds that we had and match them off head-to-head for March Madness. And those of you that entered the contest, thank you. You are playing for this lamp that is finished now. So this is the Wild Turkey Decades with the correct mash bill, everything like that. So the winner that finishes the bracket, we'll let you know here in a couple days after we get the results ourselves, and we will let you know. Yeah. So I guess we start with our first matchup. So who wants to introduce that one?
Since like everything since 3 out of the 4 are with Chuck, I think Chuck introduces.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Chuck's having a little buffering problems in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
There we go.
That rural Illinois internet is just really helping Chuck a lot.
I'll have Starlink soon and high speed. Nod twice if you hear me. Clap twice.
Yeah, we hear you. So I got you, Chuck. So what we're going to do for our first round is we have the Heaven Hill, which was our number 1 seed, versus Chuck's Henry McKenna, which was our number 4 seed, I do believe. So two top-end bourbons, and we'll see, both out of Heaven Hill, good old Bardstown, Kentucky. So let's get into this. Be a little careful with my pours. I don't have much left.
Yeah, I have a hot take. Heaven Hill product will make it to the finals.
You're always a man
It's
of
the first time you're ever going to be right.
Oh, first time. I feel like there's got to have at least been like one other time. Maybe on the fact Dickel wasn't going to make it to the Final Four. Oh, too soon? Too soon?
Too soon. Too
He
soon.
is still salty.
Too soon.
Both noses are wonderful.
I'm as salty as the ocean. Not a lot of
I'd go with
difference
the
on
Dead
notes.
Sea,
These are
actually.
pretty close.
Yep.
I do feel like one's a little bit more oaky, one's a little bit more sweet.
They're both amazing. It's going to be hard.
Yeah, they're both winners. This is buy. Skipping ahead right now. See him, buy him. Roll tape.
This isn't a review, but thank you. So I've got one that is very
one to me is
caramel.
just. Yeah, go ahead, TJ.
I was gonna say I've got one that's more caramel, butterscotch forward. Another one that doesn't hit quite on those sweet notes, but they both actually have pretty similar finishes.
Agreed. One of them I feel like has a little bit more
the difference is the palate.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, I feel like I get a vanilla. I get a
You're
vanilla
describing-
replacement over the butterscotch.
This is great for Chuck.
I know he's like 3 seconds delayed. It's like he's like navigating the Mars rover.
Yep.
Like everything's like 2 minutes behind. He's like, I hope we don't go off that cliff. Hit the brakes.
Oh man.
Oh wait.
Well, at least for me, I've got a clear-cut winner. So I know which one I'm going with. And for me, it's the one with the batter palate. It's got more of a caramel, butterscotch feel, all the things I really, really like on a bourbon. So that is definitely the one I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
What he said.
All right. So, Brian, you got your winner?
You're ready to call this right now?
I mean, I am, but if you need more time, you can take your time.
That's close. I think I have a winner, though.
Okay. Should we tell Chuck to go first? That way the lag catches up to us?
Yeah, absolutely.
By the look of shock on his face, I'm going to say he didn't choose what he thought he chose.
That's exactly what I'm guessing right now.
All right, Chuck, show us a
I
number.
feel like I'm a mime.
Ooh, so Chuck goes number 4, the Henry McKenna.
Oh, very nice.
All right, I'll go next because, Brian, you love crushing Chuck's dreams if I'm off. So for me, it's number 1, the Heaven Hill.
I've not looked. As usual, I'm the tiebreaker. I went number 4.
All right, so we got our first upset.
Wow.
So that
Did
means
not see that coming.
the Henry McKenna is moving on to the finals.
Yes, it is.
Over the number 1 seed, the Heaven Hill, which, you know, I did not see coming at all. That's impressive.
For me, I felt like it was just the sweetness that was on the Heaven Hill. I just slightly appreciated less compared to some of the more traditional bourbon flavors that were on the McKenna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and for me, I just got more of the butterscotch caramel notes, which for me is always the thing that I really, really like on the Heaven Hill, which we've gotten all the way through the bracket, so that makes sense.
Yep. Well, I feel like the finish just had a little bit more oomph to it. Again, very close, fairly equal, but if you're being nitpicky, the McKenna just, I feel like, gets a little bit more of that spice on the finish that you like.
Mm-hmm. All right, so for our other side of the bracket, we have the contentious Old Forester 1897 versus the 1792 store pick. So 2 completely different distilleries here. We got Old Forester, which if you weren't paying attention at all today, they released a new bottle. Somebody got there at 5:30 in the morning and was able to get one of these awesome tiny bad boys. But yeah, so they released a new product today with the 117 series, which when we're done with this, I'm going to crack mine open and enjoy it and make these 2 guys just watch.
Now, were you able to get more than one?
Nope, just one.
I heard a rumor that you were able to get more than one. Just throwing that out there.
Yes, they're currently, what is it? So today they did it, and then they're doing it the next 3 days. The first 100 people there get the option to buy 4 of these limited release bottles. So I was able to get 4, which means I get to keep 2, and then I know where 2 are going, both to Chuck. Sorry, Brian.
What?
Well, we'll see, you know, if you pick Old Foe in this or not. Like, if you don't pick Old Foe, I don't know if we should let you keep having Old Foe products.
How is that fair? Like, I feel like no one else has to go by that standard at all.
So we got the Old Fo 1897, which is part of their Whiskey Row lineup. It is the bottled and bond from Old Forester, and if you watched our previous videos, you saw that it is completely different flavor profile than anything else that we've had with Old Forester, and it was a pleasant change. And then the other one is the 1792 store pick. So, that's always exciting. So we'll see what happens.
I'm pulling for the Old Fo here just because, if not, it's like guaranteed that one of Charlie's wins the title, and everyone loves an underdog story. So I feel like Old Fo's the Cinderella here. It's hopefully gonna, just capture the heart of a nation.
You just really want Old Fo to go all the way, so that way.
I so do. I'll try to be unbiased.
So
as
the
unbiased as I can be.
I would say the noses are similar, but there's one that get like a chocolate note on.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The nose I'm preferring has a bit of a sweet floral note.
Yeah. Again, they're both good in the Final Four for a reason.
I'm out here by questionable avenues, but we won't go there.
Questionable avenues.
So
Charlie's still in the they paid the rest off type of saltiness here.
So I got one that start to finish is really, really good. Complex, has all these wonderful notes. But then I've got one that honestly feels like it's a little watered down. Like it goes a little flat in the middle.
Did you add water to your glass, sir?
We're supposed to, right? On the one we don't want to win, we just randomly add water to it.
Bingo.
Okay.
I usually like to cut mine with water, half and half.
Yep.
That way you stay hydrated.
It's pretty smart.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag pro tip.
I love that my wife is trolling Chuck.
I love when anyone trolls Chuck.
All right.
Or if you want to, you can troll me. It's fine. I'll troll myself with you. It'll be a good time.
I'm gonna say you got the really broad shoulders. You can just take it.
That's right. I'll jump on board. Just be like, all right, let's make fun of me as well. Why not?
Yeah, one that for me at least, the palate definitely is not as flavorful as the other. It does go a little flat. So just because of that, I'm gonna go with this other one that I get a lot of the great notes that you want. Like I said, it is got a little bit of chocolate, maybe cherry on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the herbal floral notes on the palate with a hint of brown sugar. Like maybe a banana note if you want to go there. Just gonna say.
Oh. What can that be? What can that be?
Chuck's losing his mind.
Yeah. If Old Fo goes all the way, Charlie's just gonna. Do we have a Charlie head explode animation ready to go?
We're not that funded yet. We're working on it.
Okay, that's not in the budget.
Not yet.
This is live, so you'll actually see my head explode. Literally.
Nobody wants to clean that mess up.
Nope.
All right. I mean, no shocker here. I have
just cornstarch.
Now, I don't know exactly which one it is. I do have a leaning, but I do have
Yep. All right. The question is, does
I'm
Chuck
having a hard time on this one.
have one? They, like I said, they were like completely nose even, finish even. One of them for me, the palate's just a little flat, and that's the only difference. And I got to be careful because I'm running low.
Yeah, running low on a lot of these.
Yeah, that's where I think I could take the rest of these glasses to determine. But I think I have a preference for this evening. This is a tight one.
Yeah. One of them I feel like I actually like the finish a little bit more, but then the other one I feel like I like everything else about it better.
So the question is, should we go me, Chuck, and then Brian? So that way if there's a differential, you got to finish the tie.
Yeah, and then it'll be me potentially not picking Old Foe just to break my heart tonight.
All right. Number 6.
Ooh, number 6.
So,
Chuck?
That's the 1792.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's 1792 right there.
Ooh.
10.
10. Oh.
I chose the Old Foe.
Okay, I have mine right here. I've been holding it.
All right.
If this isn't the Old Foe, I'm going to be disappointed. But also then integrity, of the process. So, drum roll. Do we have? Oh, we don't have funding for that either.
Yeah, we don't have funding for that.
10.
Oh, Brian comes through with his Old Foe at the last second.
Oh, Old Foe made it. Wow.
So that
a true
means
Cinderella story.
we have. Let's make this real quick.
I am absolutely shocked. I actually thought I was pulling out the 1792. A little bit, just I don't know. They were close. They were more similar than I would have thought. But there were some Old Foe notes in there that I thought. But for some reason, the finish on the 1792 just felt a little bit like it was Old Foe to me, and so I was kind of conflicted.
Yeah,
which one it actually was.
Well, and for me, I really thought I was picking Old Foe, but the Old Foe palette is the one that went a little bland for me in the 1792 store pick. Man, that's really good.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. If you can find a trustworthy store pick, that's a good way to go. Pour a little bit more of my Old Foe in here for the final round. And do some mixing.
Yeah, if you can get a store pick, always go with a store pick. It's a great way to build a relationship with a local liquor store because they bought that whole barrel, so they really need to sell those and want to get rid of them. And it's a great way to have different flavor profiles. Like I've had 2 Russell Reserve store picks, which are amazing, taste completely different from each other. So you can't go wrong. And once you find a group that picks right in line with your palate, you always know you're going to get something good.
Okay, mix these around. We'll see how this goes. I mean, I'm shocked that 1, 2, and 3 did not make it to the finals.
Yep.
Did not see that coming. And then we have a 4-10.
I mean, it's the
with
perfect
the Old Foe.
Yeah. And it goes in line with current March Madness.
Yeah, I know, right? Man, Pac-12 is messing up everyone's brackets this year.
Yep.
So, I don't know how they're doing tonight, but they've been messing up brackets. And then, you got Illinois losing. Sorry, guys.
Colorado losing.
Yeah, Colorado lost. Exactly. So, I don't know. I mean, Gonzaga is playing great. So, I don't know I forget if they played today or not. But
nobody played today.
Nobody played today? Okay. I was busy all day doing stuff. So, okay. So, shows you how up on that I've been. So
once Colorado loses, I'm done.
Yeah, I just bailed.
I'm gonna say, as Illinois fans, we have to just have our backup team ready because We know it's not going to happen. Unfortunately, all my backup teams didn't make it. Louisville didn't make it. When I get really desperate, UK, they didn't make it. So like, you don't even have backups anymore.
Backups to your backups.
Yeah, we thought Illinois fans
you were
thought this was going to be different this year.
As soon as I saw Loyola Chicago, I had a pit in my stomach.
Yeah. Isn't that like a shame on, like, fool me once, shame on me, or shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me?
Well,
So
you
that's
don't
kind of where you're at.
You don't play a
Illinois
team with their number one fan as a nun on a Sunday and expect to win. It just doesn't happen, especially if you're Illinois.
Yeah, that's a true statement right there. Should have thought that one through.
All right, so the noses for me are pretty similar, pretty close.
I just started, so I guess I'm behind the game. Need to catch up.
We can put caramel and vanilla on one over the other.
That's good.
Maybe a little bit more vanilla, more pronounced vanilla.
That one's good.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they're both winners.
Yeah, they're both winners. Bye. Stamp of approval.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, one is supposed to be $35, but you can't find it anymore. And the other is $60, and it's everywhere, and people really don't buy it. It's always on the shelf.
Yeah. I think you can probably go like 55 and find the old photo.
I'm really thinking one of these live streams we do in the future, we're going to have to get the entire Whiskey Row lineup and just blind those off and see which one's the best. I mean, Chuck's already going to put dibs at 1920 is the best. Brian's going to say 1910. And I'm going to have to be in Chuck's corner and go 1920.
Not if you blind them off, you won't. Just saying. Not if you blind them off. You're going to taste that 1910 goodness and just be like, oh, wow. Why have I ever thought different? The flavor profile in the 1910, you just can't beat.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're talking about tonight. Stay with the matchup at hand.
All right.
Now we got to wait.
I know.
Charlie's dogs.
But, you know, people really appreciate them. So
They do. So I think it's two dogs are the two most popular people on our channel.
yes. Yes, they are.
Definitely popular with the nieces and the young, the small children.
Yeah. The small children that watch the Bourbon channel.
No, I was thinking my nieces.
Start the education. Start the education young. I feel like that's frowned upon.
You think?
I know it is here. So, but I don't want to put my values onto you guys. So, at least too forcefully.
I've got a clear winner here, start to finish. The nose is just slightly better, getting a little bit more vanilla, maybe a little bit more oak, and then the finish is where I think the next largest difference is. It's just a really long-lasting, nice pepper finish, coming in at 100 proof. This is mighty nice.
Yeah. Do you think you know which one that is? You think you do? Okay.
Yeah. There's been a couple in this bracket that has surprised me, but this will not be a surprise to me.
All right. I got my winner.
I also have my winner.
All right. How we want to do this?
I feel like
do we leave it to
TJ
Brian to
first.
make or break?
No, Brian should go second because I'm fairly confident where he's at.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Number 10, Old Forester.
All right. TJ is number
Oh!
10. Okay.
Wait, Brian. No, Brian, stop. I'll go second. Yeah, I'm 4. The Henry McKenna. So it's up to you, my friend. Oh,
Yeah.
well,
my heart can't take this.
I need another drink.
What's
The best is
saltier
all
than
the pressure's on Brian.
It really is.
So it's going to be like the salt flats.
Okay. I need another drink to confirm. And I know which is which.
No!
Because
I was going to say, that's like, at this point, it's like,
hold on.
Like,
Hold on.
What is the integrity of this channel?
Because I looked once I was number 2 and you were like on a 5-second delay with wait. And I need a third or fourth drink here.
You looked and then you went back?
Just to process. I've not flipped at all. I
feel like he's going to pick the Henry McKenna and it's just going to break his heart.
That's the right
Yep,
choice.
the number hasn't changed. The number has not changed. And it is still number 4.
So Henry McKenna is our winner.
Which is why it required so many drinks. Because just Charlie, those weren't drinks to change my mind. Those were just drinks of coping. That's what that was right there.
Yeah.
I wanted to lie and just be like, no, it's the Old Foe's better. I really think the Henry McKenna was better. And not only did my Old Foe not win, it means a Charlie pick won.
I don't have a monopoly on Henry McKenna. That's like
That's true. But you do have the better of the two.
Yeah.
That we had in the bracket. So
luckily that Henry McKenna is now gone because we finished it off, and I have this new Henry McKenna back here that I have to open up and I haven't tried yet.
So since you can't get your hands on that Henry McKenna, why not get Old Foe?
Mm-hmm.
But wow, I feel like okay, we need to spend some time here. We need to spend some time here. I mean, yes, the Henry McKenna won, but I mean, let's not forget about the Cinderella story with the Old Foe here. Like that deserves some attention as well.
Yeah,
especially given the fact it's readily
you guys
available.
Are fair attention.
Fair attention. Now they're giving it enough.
More than.
I mean, when you're searching for bottle and bonds, I mean, the lineup that we had for these bottle and bonds was just phenomenal.
Yep.
And then, man, one of the most readily available right here surpass the things that people, some taters that just people go hunting for. People beg, borrow, and steal to try to find. And boom, Old Foe's right there.
Mm-hmm.
At a solid value. I mean, honestly, it's probably a little more pricey than a lot of these that you're going to find in that $40 or $45 range, but only by about $10.
Right. And to be honest, if you do like the flavor profile, you'll always be able to find it. Whereas like the Henry McKenna, you're not always going to be able to find it. So you're going to have to nurse that bottle, being worried that you're not going to be able to find it. Like, I'm not going to lie. Every time I open a Henry McKenna, I make sure next time I see one out and about, I buy one as a backup. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Henry McKenna, I don't ever want there to be a time where I want to go for it and it's not on my shelf.
Yeah. Sounds like you don't have to worry about it with Old Foe, though.
No.
Not a problem.
Well, and like I said, I think it'd be fun to blind off the entire Whiskey Row series, and all three of us in 3 different states could go out tomorrow and buy all of those. So
very true.
Mm-hmm. So there we have it. The winner is the Henry McKenna from Chuck. I will tally the results here in the next few days, and our winner of the giveaway, I will shoot you an email so I can get your address so we can mail you your wonderful lamp of the Decades bottle that was wonderfully donated to me by one of my buddies because I've not been lucky enough to get a Master's Keep turkey. I'm going to definitely be looking for the one this year. So is Brian, because he loves all toasted barrel finishes, and it's going to be a toasted barrel finish this year. And turkey is another one of those, just like Old Foe, underrated bourbon. So once again, thanks for...
I think we had a video on that, on just how underrated some of the Wild Turkey products are. Just throwing that out there.
Nope.
Didn't we mention that somewhere? No, okay, that was my dreams.
Yep.
I was dreaming a turkey.
I would say that'd be a good.
Yeah, that was a Long Branch video.
Yeah, I would say that'd be a good video. If you agree, hit it up in the comments. Should we do like top 10 most underrated bourbons? And no, Brian doesn't get to throw in like Redneck Riviera or anything else that he thinks is underrated, because it's underrated for a definitive reason.
What about Henderson's? Can I throw Henderson's in there?
No.
A best bourbon whiskey, best whiskey-esque thing,
you're trying
$9.99 or below.
The fact you're trying to think that hard about what to call it and the integrity of the channel, no.
I mean, what would you call it exactly? Besides the reason for the Bottle and Bond Act.
Yeah, the reason for the Bottle and Bond Act. What is so bad not to mix with mixers?
Hey, it's a solid mixer.
No, that's Wild Turkey 101.
Hey, but Henderson's half the price.
No, Wild Turkey's like $15 on sale at Kroger.
Okay, it's 2/3 the price.
Yeah,
hey, with a coupon, you might be talking half.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's what we deal with behind the scenes. Now that we've done a live stream, you get to understand. Like Brian's just like, hey, I found a $5 bourbon. We should try it. And Chuck and I are just like, oh, good.
Yeah. Hey, that Redneck Riviera was surprisingly good for what it was.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And then you threw granny panties at us, which was just terrible.
That was the Granny Reserve.
Yeah. So once again, thanks for tuning in, everything like that. Thanks for being part of our first ever live stream. Hit us up in the comments, everything like that. And be on the lookout for a couple reviews that we've got coming your way. And we're going to, thanks to our wonderful Patreon support, we're going to start doing these live streams once a month now. So we are working on that. So just keep looking and keeping up to date. So once again, thanks.
Power Bourbon.